Hello friends, I'm Brenda. Welcome to Nana's Hidden Apron. Welcome to my kitchen. Now, I must say that I made this before I thought about grabbing my camera. I know I'm supposed to share with you all, right? I forgot. Tom had knee surgery just a couple of days ago, so we've been making sure he's doing well, and he's had physical therapy today. They came here to the house, so I really didn't get to pick up my camera. But I want to show you what we're having for supper tonight, and I'm going to explain what my intention is with the rest of the meal. Okay, this is what we're having, friends. Roast carrots and potatoes. My slow cooker nearly runneth over, okay? It really nearly is running over. But it's been cooking for such a long time. I'm gonna pull this beef out. Now, what I did was I put, I'll tell you all what I did so you can make it if you're not familiar with how to. But this is my beef roast that I put in my slow cooker. And I did add, hang on, let me get my spoon here. Let me stir this around so you can see what all's in there. Well, let me push this down. I like using these. I'm so glad that a friend of mine, Holly, thank you again. I know I've thanked you several times, but thank you again for telling me about these. I never even thought about doing that before. But what I have in here, friends, is potatoes, carrots, onions. Now, my broth is actually just water that the beef was cooked in, and I put kitchen bouquet in there. I've already took out my bay leaves. I had 2 bay leaves in it. I have salt, pepper, which all this is to taste, but salt, pepper, thyme, and rosemary. That's what I put in here. Now, I'm going to go ahead. I'm hungry. I'm going to go ahead and ladle some of this out and put it in our bowls. When you do this, what I do is I go ahead and put my potatoes or my carrots and my onions in when I put in my beef. And then when I have about 2 hours of cook time left on the beef, I go ahead and put my potatoes in. And that's 2 potatoes that I used. I have a very small cooker. That's all that Tom and I really need. So, you know, it's perfect for us. Now, what my intentions are for the rest of the week, for the remaining bits of this, of these vegetables, I'm going to put some corn in there, probably, maybe some green beans. And we're going to take some of this leftover beef and put it in there. And we're going to have a beef vegetable soup. Tomorrow, probably going to fix some cornbread with that. I'm going to show you all. And then for Tuesday, if we still have some of this beef left over, and I believe we will, it is my intention to fix something I haven't fixed yet. And I want to use, take this beef and shred it and fix tacos with just the shredded beef. I've always used ground beef or chicken. I've never tried it with actual roast. And so I'll add the spices. I'll show you all though. I'm going to show you all of that. I'm going to show you the rest of, when I do the vegetable soup. I'm going to show you that. And it's just 3 meals from 1 piece of beef. I don't really know how much was in, how much beef that was, but again, I mean, I'll show you. You know, here's like a slotted spoon, and here's the beef. Where's the beef? Here it is, right here, and here's the beef. So, I don't know. It's about 1.5 of my. I have a big hand, so it's about 1.5 of my hands. that's what we're doing. So I'll see you in just a little while. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of this beef off of here and put it in our bowls, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I went ahead and sliced quite a bit off of here, and there's still a whole lot left, so I'm sure I'm gonna get 3 meals out of this for Tom and I. But I'm just gonna shred this, and it's pretty hot, so just shred the beef up and put it down in here with our potatoes and carrots and onions. Now, I would put a little bit of celery in here too myself, but I didn't have any, and I'm not going out to the store, so no, I'm not doing the pantry challenge. I'm just not going out to the store. It's cold outside. I don't want to go. I was gonna fix some cornbread with this, and Tom said he really didn't want any tonight, so if he's feeling up to it, I'll probably fix it tomorrow. I made a mess, y'all. But here's our supper for tonight. And yes, it is totally full of beef, filled with lots of delicious vegetables, but mostly a lot of beef. And I know I'm gonna have plenty of that to fix for the next 2 meals, so we're gonna add that in with this one, so stick around. Okay, so I didn't turn my camera on. A can of cut green beans. I drained it, poured it in here, and that's what I'm gonna do because I don't have any corn. All I have is cream style corn, and I'm certainly not gonna put that in vegetable soup. I might even, I'm gonna put probably half of this beef in there. Or, no, probably not that much, because I still want some for tacos tomorrow night, which will be Tuesday night. Actually, not tomorrow night, but Tuesday night. But I might put a little bit of pasta in this. I love pasta in my vegetable soup, vegetable beef soup, and in my chili. So I might. I don't know. We'll see. But there's the first 2 meals, guys. Vegetable soup, and this is just the potatoes and carrots, and it's a stew. I guess it's a stew. It's almost vegetable soup. But I'll see you after a while. Okay, so I poured the rest of the, well, okay, it's now vegetable soup. I went ahead and put that in this container that I'll put in the refrigerator. Because, again, that's what we're having tomorrow. We might even have some for lunch as well. These potatoes are a little on the big side, so I'm going to... That was more than a bite. But I'm going to take some of this beef, now that we just had, and put it in. Just going to shred it up and put it in here so that we will have beef vegetable soup for tomorrow. Still pretty hot inside, so watch me fingers. Watch me fingers. So just shred it up real good, and then tomorrow I can just pour it into a pan and heat it up, or you can microwave it, whatever you prefer to do. I think I'm probably gonna pour it into a pan. That is still pretty hot. Wow. But we had no problem making our clean bowls. Our broth that we had left in our bowls, we gave it to little Miss Sarah, our little Chihuahua. She loves to share supper with us on occasion. So, right, let me give this a stir. I believe that's plenty. Oh yeah, that is plenty. Okay, so vegetable beef soup for tomorrow night, and maybe even lunch tomorrow. And then the rest of this beef right here, I'm actually gonna remove the fat from it. I'll shred this up really fine and put it in a different container, and then we'll have this for Taco Tuesday. Go ahead and put the lid on this, press that air out of there and lock it down. Clean up my kitchen, and I'll see you all tomorrow when we have our vegetable soup. Okay. And here is day 2 with that same beef from yesterday. Delicious vegetable beef soup. Okay, our final meal for this beef, that slow cooker beef, is here. I'll just tell you that back here I have some long grain and wild rice cooking, and I mixed in half a cup of rinsed black beans and 1 can, including the juice, including the liquid, 1 can of diced tomatoes with green chilies. I did put the flavor packet that comes with the rice. I'm using the Rice-A-Roni brand, not sponsored, but also I put in a tablespoon of butter. I'm bringing this up to a boil. This is going to be our side dish, so bringing that up to a boil, and actually I'm going to go ahead and turn it down a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and add a lid. And we're going to cook this for 25 minutes. In here I've got some butter melting, and what I'm going to do is I have some beautiful vegetables that I'm going to put in there. I've got these sweet bell peppers, red, yellow, orange. I have half of a small onion, and this is a half head of a small cabbage. And that's the things that I'm going to cook up, that we're going to put, that we're going to top our tacos with. Yeah, Taco Tuesday, you already know. Now, here's the beef, and in this beef, I did put some cilantro. I think I might have put some taco seasoning a couple nights ago when I put this in here. And I also did put some chili powder. So I'm just going to heat this up in the microwave when it comes time for that. But for right now, first thing to do is I'm going to go ahead and slice up my onion. Now, I'm going to slice it thin because I don't want big chunks. I want it not to caramelize, but just to cook nice and cook up really nice and tender. So now let me go ahead and get these onions in there. That. Let's go ahead and get these peppers sliced up, and I'm taking the seeds out. You don't have to de-seed it. That's just something I have become used to doing, and 90% of the time you'll see me doing just that. Just gonna slice these up. And then I'm going to add these to the onions. And then I'll go ahead and do a thin slice on that cabbage too. And it's also going to go into this pot. And here is our cabbage. Now I'm putting the cabbage in to cook last because I still want just the slightest bit of crunch to this cabbage. I'm just going to toss that around a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add our peppers in next. The beef is already cooked, you know, just getting the fixings for our tacos is what we're doing now, because that's just going to be reheated. You can reheat it in a pot if you want to on the stove. Add you just a little bit of water, or I would go with beef broth myself, or chicken broth, whatever you have on hand, vegetable, doesn't matter. Just a little something to moisten it up a little bit so they're not so dry. And we're going to actually put them on corn tortillas, in which case I'll be wrapping those, I'll dampen a paper towel, and I'll wrap those in the damp paper towel and just heat them up in the microwave for about 30 seconds so that they'll be pliable. Now we're going to go ahead and put this cabbage in here. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of water in it because I want to wilt the cabbage down somewhat. I don't want it overcooked. Like I said, we want that crunch. 4th cup is what we'll start out with. Then I'm going to put a lid on it because it's actually just going to be more like steam to steam the veggies. Okay. Now after probably about 20 minutes of cooking, our liquid has cooked down and our cabbage, onions, and peppers are just the right, just tender enough. Just tender enough. That's what we want. Just, we still have the crunch. So I'm going to turn the heat off and put the lid back on so it will stay warm. And our rice is almost ready. So it's almost supper time. We have our shredded beef, our shredded taco beef. Some shredded cheese. Our veggies. Oops, that I'm dropping everywhere. And our rice is almost ready. It's got like 3 minutes to go. Now, of course, once these cool down, our official taste tester will let us know his thoughts on these. Okay? Look at that. Oops, about knocked y'all off the counter. I'm sure these are going to be a little bit messy. Might be a little on the warm side too. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
I really like this.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Oh, did you want to take a taste of the rice? Let them know what you think about the rice. And I have to admit, you all, I did let my rice boil out of liquid, and hopefully it doesn't have a burnt taste to it. We'll see here in just a second. Does it taste burnt?
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Tastes okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. There you have it. 3 meals made with 1 beef roast. We bought this at Costco, our beef roast. We purchased it at Costco. It came 2 in a package. We gave $23 for it. So just out of 1, we've had 3 meals, as you have seen. And we've actually still got some of this beef left over. You know, Tom can have it tomorrow for lunch too if he wants to. So, but that's it, y'all. That's it for our 3-meal beef. I'm watching him wrestle with these corn tortillas that we're not used to using. That's what I get for switching. If you all haven't subscribed yet, I hope you will. Click the subscription button and the notification bell so that you know every time we put new content on. So y'all take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.